Hey guys, Hell's First here. And tonight, we made a fucking monster of a build. Put together something that I like to call the slaughtering machine. So, you're gonna see a little bit of this, and then I'm gonna go into it. Now, if you guys like these videos of mine, and you want to see more, please hit that subscribe button. I'm really looking forward to hitting that monetization mark and hitting 1,000 subscribers. I'm so close, I can taste it. I'm like 37 away. It is absolutely nut. I'm excited, guys. So, this is a crossbow build, and it is one of the greatest builds that I've made in a really long time. It does insane amounts of damage. And we're going to get deep into it here, but I want to show you what it does when it's in a group. So check this out. Is nuts, isn't it? So this is how it's pulled off. And this is something I didn't think would work, but it does work. And here's what it is, okay? So let's check this out. We're running the Master's Light Crossbow, okay? Just light crossbow, that's all that really matters. And I'm running it with Explosive Bolt. I like Explosive Bolt for clearing, and I even like it better for bosses. I know some people enjoy the auto fire just a little bit more, but I don't know. I'm just a big fan of Explosive Bolt. Then I'm using Caltrops, and you might ask why. Slowing the enemy helps huge when you're doing it with a group, right? Because that way, if someone pulls it, say the healer pulls it, now they can't chase them as fast, they're 50% slowed. It does a little bit of damage, but the real deal here is the cooldown, 3.9 seconds. I'm going to explain that in a second, why that happens and why you need it that way. Obviously, exploding shot, a fucking monstrosity of an explosion that hits everything in a 5-meter radius, plus the initial 189 physical damage to whoever you threw the bomb at. Huge. But here's why the Caltrops come into play. Because you're going to run well prepared as your passive. After every 4 spells cast, you reset the cooldown of your first slot ability. So this only has a 2-second cooldown on it. But it's like rapid fire, because you're constantly pulling these two off and hitting this. It's nuts. You have so many explosive bolts just smacking everything, because that hits everything in a 3-meter radius, right? So that's the weapon. We all know the weapon. That's how I'm going to run the weapon, because I think it's incredible. Now here is the kicker to the whole damn build, okay? The Druid Robe. I don't know if you guys have used this before. You probably have, because you're not playing this game if you haven't used some of this shit. It's got Obsessive Burst on it. Now, Obsessive Burst boosts your damage by 6% every single time you cast a spell, stacking up to 6 times while it's running. Now, it lasts for 10 seconds, okay? What I found, and I didn't think this would work, but if you use the Spectre Hood, which I hit R, then D immediately, so R's back up, right? And then I just start popping this non-stop. You're maxing out that 6 charges super fast. But the one thing that nobody thinks about is if you then use R again to proc the Druid Robe again, before the previous one ran out, you don't lose any of the stacks. So you keep the 6 stacks throughout the entire next 10 seconds. It's incredible. So you have 20 seconds of 36% increased damage. Pop some beef stew on top of that. Now you're adding 13.5% to that. You're running at 50% increased damage. Then you run aggression, another 8%. So now you're essentially at 58% extra damage, 60% if you want. Then the Master Sandals of Purity, and you might ask why. Well, this can save your ass first and foremost. Roots and slows can really fuck you in a fight, and you move 50% faster for 3 seconds, and it looks pretty fucking cool. But the main reason is, look at the cooldown speed on it, 9.75 seconds. You have this thing back all the time, so you can constantly use it to get out of the way of shit, especially on bosses. And you're going to be in some tricky situations where you pull some fucking aggro because you're going to be doing a shitload of damage. But another reason is the Sandals of Purity offer efficiency, energy cost by 6%. Now, the one thing that you're going to learn with this build is you wreck your mana fast. You go through it so fast. So I recommend running energy potions. You need the mana pots because you're gonna need them to stay up. And you might ask, well, why not use energetic? Well, because you just get so much more out of your druid robe if you can constantly get more of these rolling. Then I use a crypt candle in the offhand because you want that extra physical and magical damage. Now, yeah, you become a little bitch against players and mobs, but the big mastery modifier, it's nice. Then, of course, because of the mana problems, the Limhurst Cape. I highly recommend it. If you don't know what it does, it activates when you cast a spell and your energy drops below 40%. So it taps into the energy reserves, restoring 80% of your max energy over 9 seconds. It's got a 2-minute cooldown, though. So you're going to need those mana potions in between that cooldown to keep it going. And as you saw in the video, just slaughtering everything in place. We did an 8.3 dungeon tonight, and you see that in the video as well. We had the fame boost of 25%, right? This little deal right here, Mists of Albion. And I was running this 8.3 Satchel of Insight, giving me 64% more. So I'm getting 89% increased. And in an 8.3, it's already huge. We were getting 10 to 15,000 fame a kill. Then we got lucky enough to get a boss fight in front of one of those cauldrons that had the fame boost in it. We're getting 20,000 a kill. I've never seen fame like this. It was insane. Keep in mind, this character is a week and a half old, and he is hauling ass. I'm already at 97 on Crossbow Fighter. It's just insane. But that's my build, guys. I love it. I think it might just be the best DPS build in the game. I was pulling hate off a tank sitting in 1700 IP. I was yanking it from him no matter how hard he was trying because of the DPS. I was out DPS'd in our fucking Frost Mage, running a perma. Nuts, guys. Try it out. Let me know what you think. I think it's incredible. And we're going to end on that note. And as always, I'm House First. And until next time, ta-ta.